After last year's expansion across Europe, Barents Re is consolidating a new market and growing further as a business. The company has been awarded Reinsurance Company of the Year in Panama, and its CEO, Mr. Gerardo Garcia, has been awarded CEO of the Year in Panama. Mr. Garcia joins us today to discuss the success of the recent expansion, as well as the recent announcement of the upgrade in the rating from A- to A. Good morning.
Nice to see you again.
This is the second time that the European subscribers recognize Barents Re as a company, but this time they've gone as far as to awarding you personally as the CEO. Why do you think this is?
First of all, I'm grateful for the recognition. I don't think so far probably is a recognition personally of me, but probably most of our company and probably the team as a whole in Barents Re. So I take the recognition not as a personal token, but as a sign of the strength of the team and of the service that is providing to the industry.
Last time we saw each other, you were about to open your new branch in Moscow in order to reach the Eastern European market. What's your assessment of that expansion a year later?
A lot of things happened since then. When we first opened the office, there was no sanctions in Russia. The environment has changed substantially. We have a small presence there, but I think overall we are evaluating the business conditions as they proceed and see what will happen in the near future to make a further appraisal of our operation.
I understand that Barents Re is planning to consolidate its presence in Europe as it is its main market today. What are your plans for the near future?
Well, Europe is now probably our biggest single market. I think Europe presents as a whole interesting opportunities, especially in the countries where we have a presence, mostly the south of Europe. I think our plan for the immediate future is to have a stronger consolidation, to have probably a licensed carrier within the European Union, and this is a plan that we're developing and going forward. Today also, honestly, most of our staff is in Europe, most of our senior management is in Europe, so the transition has already happened. The issue mostly will develop within the last part of 2015 up to the end of the year. We feel that by then, before the end of the year, the full establishment and consolidation of the European operation will be finished.
This expansion consolidation has certainly paid off. AM Best has recently upgraded your financial strength rating as well as your credit issue rating from A- to A. How do you feel after this recognition?
Well, I think as a whole we're very happy, to say the least. You're always happy when you get upgraded. The main issue, I think, has been a long wait. We have been on an upgrade list for about 3 years. So I think finally the rating agency recognized that our expansion and our operations are set on sound foothold, and that we knew what we were doing. One of the concerns, obviously, when you are expanding for the rating agencies, do these guys know what they're doing? Are they going into new markets, and are they going to have problems there and the rest? So obviously we understood, but now they can see that the operations in Europe, Middle East, Eastern Europe, and the rest have consolidated and are in the process of even stronger consolidation, but now as a player on the ground. So we're happy for that.
Barents Re has decided to focus even more on surety, one of your main business lines. Why is surety so important, and which markets can benefit more from it?
Well, I don't know if to focus more on surety. Surety is one of our core business areas. The issue is we have a strong presence in Italy. Italy, as you may know, is the biggest market for bonds in the world. And we are strengthening our presence there. Spain is also a big market for surety and bonds. And as the economic crisis basically obliterated the sector, we believe that as the economy improves, also there will be a growth in the surety and bond sector in Spain. And we have a presence there, and we hope that we can participate.
You give a lot of importance to your employees at Barents Re. What strategies do you use to find, and most importantly, to retain talented professionals in your business?
I think we are in the business of bringing not people, but the best people that you can get. And that is key to our way of thinking. You cannot have a world-class company if you have third-class employees. You gotta have world-class people to be able to manage a world-class company, so that's clear. The issue of retention, I think it has to do with our core DNA within the company. We are very entrepreneurial. We take decisions and act on them quickly. And basically, we are an execution-driven company. I find that the key to our retention is that when people come to Barents Re, they come from different environments, but at the end of the day, companies have become very structured and not very focused on execution. And people are bored. They became accustomed, and they want something different, something where their contribution matters and where their opinion has value. And I think that's the key within our group, and has been, I think, on the retention side, very successful.
Well, thank you very much for joining us today, and good luck in your future.
Thank you, Mercedes. A pleasure.